Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank Be Chopping, and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. So what we're gonna be doing on this cut is a number 8 on top, mid taper. We're gonna fade the beard in, line it up. You know, we're gonna hook this man up, add some enhancements. We're just gonna make this man look good by the time he gets out of this chair. So first thing is first, as y'all can see, I'm combing out my client's hair, just combing it the way it lays, and I'm also combing out that beard since we are gonna be trimming it down. Now I got my number 8 guard on my clippers, and all I'm doing is going over the top. And y'all know how I do it, guys. When I go over the top, I like to go over it multiple times. You know, I'm going across the grain, against the grain. Y'all know how I do, man. Like, I just make sure it's down to that length. And as y'all can see, I'm using my comb to brush away that extra debris and to comb the hair down to see how it's looking. And I'm just gonna do this a couple times just to make sure I'm getting all that hair down. And then right here, what y'all about to see me do is I'm actually gonna comb the hair across the grain, against the grain, and that's just to see if there's any longer hair sticking up, and if they are, you know what I'm saying, I'll be able to cut them down with this guard when I comb the hair back like that. Alright, now moving on to the sides. Even though he is getting an 8 with a taper, I know a lot of times, normally people go over the whole head with that whatever number the client asks. But for me, the way I like to do it is I like to come either a guard lower or a half guard lower than what they get on top, just because a lot of times the hair tends to stick up more on the sides than on top. So I feel if I come a half guard or a full guard lower, I just feel it gives it a better look. And this is just my number 7 guard all the way closed. Alright, now I'm taking my absolute hitters from Gamma, and as y'all can see, I'm setting in my first bald guideline. I'm setting it in a rainbow-like shape, just because, you know, we are doing a mid taper, not a high taper, and I want to keep some of that C cup. And as y'all can see here, I'm taking them trimmers and lining him up behind the ear. You don't have to do this step now. I just do it now because I have the trimmers in my hand, and even though you'll see me come back later and touch it up, I just like to have that finished look right there already. And now I'm just taking the side down with that shaver, and now I'm actually gonna start some of my fade work. This is my clipper with the lever all the way open, and I'm coming up a section. I'm gonna be coming up about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And y'all know how I do, guys. Once I create that section, I start to fade down. So as you seen there, I closed my lever halfway, came up right below what I did, then I closed it 1 notch, started attacking that bottom line, closed it all the way, and attacked that bottom line a little more. And I probably made that section a little bit on the smaller side, but you know, it's fine. Here I'm going in with my number 1 guard lever all the way open, which makes this a 1.5, creating another section, and I am using a flick out motion. And once that section is created, I close my lever and I start attacking the bottom of that section. That way, you know, you can actually see basically the last section fading into this section. Now I'm going in with my number 1.5. I got my lever all the way open, setting in my next guideline. And the same thing, guys, I'm gonna fade down. So I close my lever, and now I'm coming in right below what I just did. I'm moving kind of quick on this haircut, guys, but you know, it is what it is. So here is my number 4 guard, and as y'all can see, I am using a flick out motion. I am really guiding that clipper up and away with this number 4 guard. Reason being is I don't like to go, you know, above a 4 guard when I'm fading. I tend to only fade with my highest guard being the number 4 guard. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using this number 4 basically to clear out the bulk, and I'm fading that into the number 7 that we had on the sides. So now that all that bulk is cleared out and it's basically faded into the sides, I'm coming in with my number 3 guard, lever closed, and I'm still floating away with that clipper. And reason being is because I feel like that helps me take away a step from using my clipper open. And I'm doing the same thing with my number 2 guard. I'm coming right below what I just did, and I'm still floating that clipper up and away. And now I'm taking my 1.5 guard, doing some detail work. Started with my clipper open, cleaning that section up, close my lever, clean that section up, coming in with my 1 guard now, lever open, cleaning it, doing some more cleanup work. Then I'm gonna close my clipper and attack them dark areas, and then I believe I'm gonna go in with my 1/16 guard. Yeah, so here's the 1/16 guard, and I did not use this guard in my initial steps, so I'm using it now to basically to connect this fade to the bald guideline at the bottom. And as you can see, just a little bit of work that I've already done, it's already made this blend come together. And like I said, I know I was moving a little fast on this haircut, but sometimes, you know, like I've cut this dude's hair for a while, so his haircut's easy for me, and it's really not that hard for me to fade it in. All right, so as y'all can see now, I'm starting on this lineup. I did start in the middle, and I'm just working my way over ever so slightly.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Hitting that vertical bar. And you know, we're just going over it a couple times, making sure it's nice and crisp. Now I'm setting in that C cup. And as you can see, it's basically gave a more finished look to this taper. Now I'm going in. This is my number 6 guard. I know y'all heard me say that I don't like to use anything bigger than a 4, but I did use this number 6 guard basically just to tie it all in, and I just feel that it brought the blend together better. And now all I'm doing is a little bit of detail work. I got my number 4 guard on here, just cleaning everything up. Now I'm back down to my number 3 guard, doing some more cleanup work, some more lever play. And I didn't do a lot of lever play with my bigger guards originally, but I did go back in and detail it and use some lever play. Here's my number 2, lever open and then close, 1.5. And as you can see, I'm using a lot of my corners and a lot of the edges of the blade. Now I got my number 4 guard on my clipper. My client did ask for number 4 on the beard, so I'm taking my number 4 and I'm just cleaning up all the beard area. And we are gonna fade this beard in also, obviously. And you know, a lot of people ask how do I get the beards to fade in. I said that weird. How do I get the beards to fade in? But y'all see, I'm going in with the number 2 now, and I went against the grain, and now I'm coming down with the grain just to blend it all in. He did want the fade kind of stretched, so I did a 4 all the, you know, on the whole beard, then a 2 all the way to about the jawline at a diagonal angle, and then now I'm doing the 1.5. I started with the lever open, and then I closed it towards the top of the you know, getting closer towards the taper. And then now what I'm doing is I'm using my clipper open, trying to get rid of the top area, you know, that top line at the top of this taper. Or I'm sorry, not the top of the taper. Technically it's the bottom of the taper, but the top of the beard. Lever open, and then I just adjusted my lever close little by little to get that line out. And for the most part, that made this beard fade in. So now I'm just lining it up. Started off doing the back area, and now I'm going over the top. And he wanted to keep a lot of his beard, so we're trying to keep it nice and full. However, we're still trying to make sure it looks nice and sharp though. And at the bottom, we're just going over what we've previously done. He likes to clean up his beard in between haircuts, so the line was basically already there. I'm really just following it. Same thing with the mustache. I did go over the mustache with the 1.5 guard. And that's normally what I do, guys. I always go over the mustache with the 1.5 unless they specifically ask for a different number. But if they're trimming it down, I always take a 1.5 to it. All right, so basically that's that side of the haircut. I did not record the right side of the haircut, but I did record the back. I just sped it up. You know, I'm doing the same exact steps that I did on the left side. So I just decided to speed it up for y'all. And if y'all like these tools that I'm using, y'all make sure to hit up that Gamma website or that Stylecraft website, and y'all can use my code TANK10 and you can save yourself a little bit of money. I also want to give a shout out to my boy Tito Beats. He's the one supplying me with all these beats that y'all hear on all my videos, guys. So y'all make sure to give him a follow on YouTube, Tito Beats Productions, and make sure to follow him on Instagram. It's at Tito_Beats. I believe that's what it is. Not 100% sure, but I'm sure if you search that up, it'll pop up. So, like I said, guys, earlier, I went through my steps pretty quick on this haircut. And it's not even that I was rushing. It's just I'm really comfortable cutting his hair. Like, to me, his haircut's easy. It may not be an easy canvas for some people, but to me, it's an easy haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like, tapers, I feel like tapers are they're my strong point, you know what I'm saying? Especially if people get a high taper. Although he didn't necessarily get a high taper, I just still feel really comfortable doing tapers on my clients. So it was easy, you know, I knew how his hair faded in, so I knew it was easy for me to float my clipper up and away, and I really didn't have to do a lot of lever play when I was doing some of that down fading from the 4 to the 3 to the 2. I didn't do a lot of lever play at first. Obviously, I did go back and detail it, and that's basically what I did on the back also. As you can see, I'm detailing now with the number 2 guard. Now I'm just cleaning everything up with that 1/16 guard. But I basically did the same steps on the back that I did on the side. And now I'm just cleaning up that line, and that's what I was saying, guys. Sometimes I put that line in at the beginning of the taper, but I go back and I clean it up just to make it look a little sharper, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel that for me, that helps me get my haircuts, you know, to the point where I want them to be at. But we going on to this razor work, cleaning up everything we did with them trimmers, you know, just making sure them lines are nice and sharp. And once I do this back part of the taper, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lean him back, put a hot towel on his face, let him relax for a little bit, and then I'm gonna line all that up with the razor. I use a hot towel on all my clients who get beards. I use a hot towel. If I don't use a hot towel when you're getting a beard and you're in my chair, it's either because we ran out of hot towels or I didn't know you were getting your beard done. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, if you get a beard done, I put a hot towel on you. So same thing on the beard, guys. I'm just going over everything I did with my trimmers, trying to get everything as sharp as possible, getting all that down to, you know, as short as we can get it on the beard. Well, not on the beard, but the lineup of the beard. That way it just looks nice and crisp, and you know, it looks nice and cleaned up. Above the lip is always the hardest part for me, and I'm sure that's a hard part for a lot of people. Some people don't even use the razor on top of the lip. Now, if you're good with the razor, I would say you can use it, but if you're struggling with the razor, I would say use a shaver first and then go over it with the razor, which is what I do sometimes. It just depends on the mood I'm in. On this haircut, I didn't, but you know, I've been doing this for a minute, so you know, I'm a little seasoned, I guess you can say. All right, guys, now we adding these enhancements, and y'all gonna see this haircut just start to pop even more. Now, y'all saw it before the enhancements. Y'all knew it was already on point, right? But I'm just going back in and cleaning everything up, making sure everything looks a little better, just a little sharper, you know, just so I can take this haircut to the next level. Y'all know how we do it, man. Let's go. Alright, guys, so this how my boy came into the shop looking. He said, Tank, I'm gonna need you to bless me real quick. I said, say less, fam, I got you. This how my boy left the shop looking. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comments, guys. If y'all like this cut, if y'all think I did this man right, y'all please make sure to smash that like button. Also, man, y'all leave some comments below if y'all like this cut. Let me know if y'all think it was good, if it was great, or if it sucked. I ain't even tripping. Just let me know what y'all think. But for the most part, like this video, guys. If you're new to my channel, subscribe one time for your boy. Y'all know how we do it, man. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep growing. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, YouTube, let's go.